Hello, my ginger loves. I hope all is well. Welcome to Tea Time with Josh. I am the co-host, Josh. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, productive day. Sorry, I zoned out for a second. I heard something, but I didn't hear it clearly. Anywho, let's get into the message for today. Remember that I am not for everyone, and neither is this reading. Take whatever belongs to you. And if it's not yours, don't steal it. This is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Y'all, I love Kyle Gray. He makes some really beautiful cards. I pray I can get more of his decks in the future. You have Stargazer. You have White Witch. You have Spring. You have Peacekeeper. Wise One. And you have Skyfather, Trust in the Unknown. And while I was shuffling, even in the pre-shuffle, Skyfather kept showing up. So, somebody is needing to trust God more. Needing to have a little bit more faith. Trusting in the unknown is very scary because you have no idea what's going on. Especially if you are a person that you have been living in survival mode for a long time. Not being able to have control over your situation is the scariest shit ever. But guess what? Even when you're in survival mode, you don't really have control. You've just tricked yourself into thinking you do. Because it's going to be what it's going to be. And then on the bottom, you have Traveler, move in a new direction. So Stargazer, set your sights higher. Yeah. With Skyfather falling right underneath. So feeling like somebody been thinking too small. And you're thinking too small because you don't know what's going to happen if you think too big. Right? But definitely, this is a time where you're being called to have big dreams, to have big manifestations, to put yourself in big spaces, whatever big is to you. Could be as simple as getting an apartment or a house with more space. Or it could be that you're presenting your business or putting yourself in a space where you're in a room with a lot of wealthy people. Wealthy in whatever way you think is wealthy. Doesn't have to be money. But you're putting yourself in a space that you've not been in because you've been holding yourself back because you've been afraid to trust the unknown. So set your sights higher. You need to think bigger. You need to act bigger. You need to move bigger. White witch, be the light. Okay, so someone may actually be a white witch. You might do white magic. You might do magic that helps yourself and others with healing. You have ancestral protection and guidance with you. You are very wise. You're also able to transform, and someone may be going through a transformation or a metamorphosis. And I say that because we have this butterfly here. You know, you might need to change how you're doing something or how you're going about something, changing how you think, changing what it is that you're going after, because whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to be very fruitful. You see all these olives and all these beautiful vines that she's surrounded by. Whatever it is that you have inside of you, whatever your idea is, whatever your business is, whatever it is that you do, it's something that's going to be very helpful. And I believe that, you know, spring, see your seeds grow. If you begin this process of this change, this metamorphosis now, by the spring, you should see the fruits of your labor. Skyfather, you know, trust in the unknown. Definitely someone needs to think bigger, and you need to trust that everything will work out for you. Next to trust in the unknown is peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. So the problem could be that you're afraid of failure. Failure is a lesson. I have the problem too. You're afraid of letting yourself down. You're afraid of letting other people down. You're afraid of, you know, people maybe being right, that it wasn't going to work out for you or whatever. But what if it does? What if it goes exactly the way that you want it to be? The peacekeeper is often someone also who, as a defense mechanism from something you may have learned when you were young, you don't rock the boat. The peacekeeper is often the person who is sometimes stuck in the middle of things you didn't ask to be in the middle of, and also the person that you don't like chaos. And I mean, no one does. Well, you shouldn't. But what I'm saying is your spirit is very unsettled if you are around a lot of flim-flam and chaos, and, you know, so you try to keep the peace. But sometimes you just gotta shake the damn table. That's just how it is. So whoever that's for, if you are the person that, you know, your defense mechanism is to always keep the peace because you don't want things to go crazy, let it go crazy. Especially if it's between two people that you shouldn't even have to be in the middle in the first place. That's not for everybody, but that's for somebody. But back to this, let go of the need to be right. Your inability to trust in the unknown and to set your sights higher could be because you want to be right. You want to be able to prove something to somebody or to some people. That's not your job. You don't have to worry about proving anything. God is going to prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. That's going to be the proof. You know how the old people say, the proof's in the pudding? Your result will be the proof. So do your work, whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, so that you can see your seeds grow, possibly in the spring Or maybe now we're in harvest season. You never know. Miracles happen every day. You could come out with something and boom, it just go right. There's a lot of birds on these cards. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by that. You have 2 owls and you have an eagle. So you are definitely being called, and you have a black bird of some kind, possibly a crow. But anyway, birds are messengers, right? So you're getting a lot of messages from your ancestors, from ascended masters, from, it's just messages coming in for you, and you are needing to really be paying attention to that. And then you have wise one, grow within your current situation. So you're being called to be wise and to listen to the messages that are coming to you. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, it is expanding your territory. It's allowing you to grow. It's allowing you to be and to do what it is that you've been called to be and to do. But you've got to put your mind in a space that you can see yourself doing whatever this is that you're needing to have faith for. Trust in the unknown is faith, and faith without works is dead. So you have to have faith, but you have to still be doing your work. If you don't see anything happening now in the 3D, that does not mean that nothing is happening. That means that God is not ready to reveal to you what they've been doing on their side. That's all that is. You have to trust. And then traveler, move in a new direction at the bottom. So someone may be traveling. Someone may be getting ready to take this show on the road. Whatever this is that you got going on, it's something that's going to allow you to be able to move freely and to be able to move with peace, in peace, and knowing that God, your ancestors, your angels, however you refer to them, they got your back. You're being watched. You're being guarded. You're being protected. But you're getting ready to travel, moving in a new direction. Maybe you do need to tweak whatever you have going on a little bit, but this is kind of giving me the vibration of like moving around the world. Whatever this is that you have going on, it's something that's meant to touch many. It's meant to touch the masses. So if you've been in a place where you've been afraid to trust, moving in a new direction is also you changing your mind, changing the way you act, changing what you believe in. It's also you making the change as well. Underneath that, you have air guardian, shift your perception. So yeah. You've got to start being more airy, more flowy, more, allowing God to direct your steps. It's an old song, like a gospel song. Order my steps. Dear Lord, lead me, guide me every day. Send your anointing. Father, I pray, order my steps in your word. So you've got to take God at his word. God's word will never return void. If God has promised you something, if God has told you something, if God has shown you something that you are going to receive, that you are going to be, that you are going to get, it's true. No matter how long it takes, it's still going to happen for you. But you've got to shift your thinking as well. Getting out of survival mode is very difficult, especially if you've been there for years, because it's transforming your entire belief system. It's become a part of what you believe, that you have to hustle, that you have to work hard, that you have to always be moving and on the go because you always got to make something happen, make something shake. That's not true. It's not true. You have to get out of that. You've got to set your sights higher. You've got to trust God. You've got to just give your light with caution, with discernment. You've got to be peaceful on the inside first. And you've also got to release the fear of failure, because it's okay. You're still going to see something grow. You're still going to see what you've sown spring up. And you're going to allow this, whatever you're going through, situation to grow you so that you're able to move forward, and you're able to move forward in peace. This is wonderful. Anywho, I hope this resonated for someone. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Ooh, sorry, I had to take a deep breath. Oh, let's have another. Let's see what the Raise Your Vibration has to say. One final card. Thank you. I trust in my gifts. So yes, trust what God has given you. Trust what God has shown you. Trust in the blessing of your gifts. Your gifts are making room for you and bringing you before kings. But you've got to allow yourself to trust in your gifts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated for someone. I appreciate you all. I hope you all have the most wonderful rest of the day. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you again later. Bye.